Now, before we start, let me make sure you're okay, all right? Because if you have any semblance of reality, you're hearing or watching or God, I don't know anybody who watched the convention. I know people who watch it after the fact. They're running it more and more late at night. I don't think anybody really wants to see it. I think those things are over with. I think conventions will go the way of late night TV. Nobody really understands what they mean. They know it's a complete cavalcade of BS and bunkum and, balderdash. But Michelle Obama, who wants so much in wants more than anything else to be Oprah. She wants and demands to be sexy, love, smart, and the object of love on behalf of American people. And she just wants to be loved. She goes, okay, fine. Look, that unfortunately in our internet age today describes about 99% of most people. But she plays again the race card. She had a 3-deck, 4-deck shoe of race cards, one after another. Hiding the ace, burying the ace, race. And all it was about was against Trump in her speech before the DNC. And all she did was accuse him and accusing him, I guess, of opposing her and Barack Obama and everything because Donald Trump is a racist. Not what Kamala is going to do for anybody, but Donald Trump is a racist. And Donald Trump is a racist, and Donald Trump is a racist. And everything's wrong because Donald Trump is a racist. What are you going to do? I'll get to that in a moment. But if you didn't hear me, Donald Trump is a racist. Remember the one who told people in 2016, when they go low, we go high. Well, those days are over. Instead, there she was. Listen to this one particular line. She says, we know folks are going to do everything they can to distort her truth. My husband and I, sadly, know a little something about this. Excuse me, you do? What did you do exactly? Oh, you were there. Okay, I understand. For years, Donald Trump did everything in his power to try to make people fear us. Fear us? Who's us? You mean you? You mean your husband? Oh, there's a good reason for that. Or us meaning black folks. See, it's always coded. She says, quote, see, his limited narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hardworking, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black. Who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might be one of those black jobs? Now, Trump used the term black job, as you remember, to refer to jobs held by Americans who are being forced to compete in the job market with new illegal aliens. He didn't use the term in a racial sense. He didn't use it in a racist sense. He wasn't in any way dealing with black folks. You know what I know and everything else. But the good news is this is all they have. They, the Democrats, got to be careful because they'll do that race card. They want to pounce on you. These two phonies have resented Donald Trump for making use or referring to Obama's birth certificate. This is something, and if you recall, that came from Hillary Clinton and Mark Penn. That's where that came from, not him. And after years of refusing to produce his original Hawaii, fine, how are you, birth certificate, he did so finally in 2011. What was that about? And there were these rumors. People were saying it all the time. That Obama wasn't born in this country. And this of course, was made or boosted perhaps inadvertently by Obama, whose literary agent, remember this one claimed, erroneously, ostensibly, in the 1990s that he had been born overseas. This is what these folks are about. Michelle Obama, don't get mad at her. She's doing what she has to do, and that is nothing. Be the figurehead. Be the, I don't want to use this, but be the totemic simulacrum. Be the object of something. We're going to take you and we're going to take you and we're going to pay millions for you to have your Nantucket homes and your book that nobody read and your HBO, your, A Life Behind, and what you did and how you'd go to the workout and your toned arms. Now, I, unlike a lot of folks, have never been as angry with her as others have. I'm not, because I understand this is professional wrestling. She plays kind of sort of the heel, maybe, sort of, and that's what she's doing. I'm sorry, but that's the way that is. And you have to know how this is played. And she's been through a lot. I still think it's great that in our country, say what you want, you can have people of mixed race, black race, Asian, Indian women. Nothing will exclude you per se. I think that is to be said for us. However, what is not being said is that they're replacing them with a puppet. There is an organizational superstructure, a hierarchical versus an anarchic, to borrow from Mearsheimer, a hierarchical superstructure called affectionately the shadow government. And as part of the myth of the shadow government has provided you with this idea, with this notion, with this false claim that these wonderful, talented people who came out of nowhere, and by the way, I remember, they're actors. I have no beef with them. They're following orders. They're actors. It's like, don't get mad at the actor. Get mad at Shakespeare. If you don't like Hamlet, blame Shakespeare, not the poor guy playing, Richard III or Hamlet. I understand this. Once you grasp it, you will be able to put what they're saying into perspective, and you will understand it. Coming up, by the way, will be Gavin Newsom, who is the monster, plastic, synthetic, sock puppet windsock of them all. But remember, the dumbest person who has ever run for office, and might even be in national politics, is Kamala. So I understand what Michelle did. Michelle thinks people love her, and they do. Again, I've got no beef against her. She's the one, by the way, who tried to bring diet into the world, or diet perspective. Fine. I dig it. No problem. I dig it. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. I've got no problem with her. I really don't. She's an actress doing her thing, and she was told, you're going to say this, and she said, okie dokie, and she did it. You know who I do care about? You. Your opinion. The brave and proud American, or American in spirit. You might be from across the pond or across the ocean, wherever the hell you are, whatever the expression is for you. You might be a foreigner. You might not be born in this here country, but that don't mean we don't love you. Now let me ask you a question, dear friends. What do you think? What do you think? Give me your thoughts and comments. I entreat, beseech, import you, and ask and beg you to comment as you see fit in the comment section below, but only after you have ensured that you have subscribed to this channel, you hit that little bell to be notified of live streams and new videos, and that you like this. You must like it, because liking us, as Sally Field says, you like me, you really like me, is the algorithm of progress in this here world. Thank you, dear friend. Thank you for following me. Thank you for your genius. And now, as I alluded to before, comment as you see fit.